Good day, everybody. Banana here from Banana and Windgat Gaming. I'm just coming to you guys with a bit of a basic movement tutorial. Um, just would like to mention I'm no pro, I'm no professional player or ranked player or anything. I only here or there get a chance to play the game Call of Duty Warzone, and I'd like just to share with everybody how or what I have learned in the past year or so that I've been playing the game, especially when it comes to movements. One or two tricks that I've picked up to improve my movements in the game and obviously get a little bit better in the game. So I just want to emphasize I'm not rank or play a pro player or anything like that. Those guys move on a different type of level. If you ever play against them, they're very, very good. But myself, as such, I was just starting out. I'd like to just share the basics, something that I've picked up over the past few months playing this game that's helped me, and emphasizing or highlighting a slide movement that's really, really helped me. Slide into a gunfight, slide out of a gunfight, slide underneath the firing of an enemy. I'd like to share that with you, how I go about it. So firstly, I'd like to mention I'm using a keyboard and mouse. I'm a keyboard and mouse player, not a controller. Controllers have different controls and keybinds and things like that. In my case, I'm using a Razer keyboard and mouse. And what I have done on my mouse, if I hold this up, here's my mouse. Let's just hold this up. I'm using these buttons on the side here for my slide, for my crawl, for my ping and so forth. That's how I'm able to quickly do it. I'd like to just show you also some videos, gameplay that I'm using this, but I must emphasize this does take a lot of practice. But initially or firstly, I'm going to show this in the firing range. So here we go, guys. Okay, so guys, to start, to illustrate this technique of the slide motion, a very basic movement when first starting out of Call of Duty, the slide movement to duck underneath enemies, to duck into gunfights, the slide technique, which is one of the very first basic movements to learn in Call of Duty, that helps considerably, this had helped me considerably, is to illustrate this technique in the firing range. So I'm just going to go into the firing range, select a weapon, let's say one of my loadouts, let's say my first one. Let's go there, and I go into my firing range. I'm in my firing range. Okay, so there's my target. Okay, 100%. So I forward and reverse, left and right buttons as per normal. Now, like I demonstrated, I've got my mouse button. I'll put this up a bit higher. This mouse buttons that I've got here, I use that as my crawl and slide and crouch button. So if I'm moving forward, press it, I slide. Forward, press, slide. Forward, press, slide. Do that to the left, to the right, going forward, going backwards even. Okay, so it's just practicing this motion. Get in the habit of pressing it. Like I said, this comes from practice, from a habit or routine. It becomes memory muscle after a while. Whenever you see an opponent, you slide in the whole time. So the idea behind it, if you're across the room and there's your enemy, like you got in the firing range, you're going to cross it and then fire. Fire and fire. Go back down. Go back down. Slide. Go back down. Slide. Come up. Shoot. Left, right, left, right. Never standing still. Okay, left, right. Go back up. I'd like to do after a slide is to change direction. So if I slide one way, go back and other way. Slide one way, go back the other way. Okay, slide one way, run the other way. In the same time as sliding and moving back the other way, I aim down sights and get my target. Okay, so let's try that again. Let me reload. Slide back. Yeah, slide and go the other way. Go slide, go the other way. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what happened there. Slide, go the other way. Slide again, go the other way. You obviously got to aim as well. Aiming is also very critical here. Okay. So the whole time you're moving, you never shoot down sight standing still. You're always moving. as soon as you stand still and try and aim down sights and try and shoot, you'll get them. But the problem is, if you're standing still, you yourself become an easy target. So always remember to move. You always got to get it right. This takes practice and comes from time. You can obviously add in extra combos besides the slide that I'm illustrating. You can also come out of a slide and jump. So slide and jump, slide, jump, slide and a jump. So sort of in an opposite direction. You can even jump a forward type thing. Okay, so that's a jump forward. So this is your whole left, right, slide, jump movement the whole time. Now jump, crawl, down. Okay. Change, be quick to change. When reloading, never stand still and reload. Always reload on your movements. Okay, always reload on your movements. Let's try it again. Slide, jump. Okay, so you see, obviously, the more you move, the more you jump and bounce about, the chance of hitting your target becomes less. But that comes from practice. You got to keep your center point focus of the screen on your target the whole time. So you've got to sort of counterbalance with your aiming to your movements. Really, it comes from practice. So guys, this is a very basic tutorial, like I said, of this movement in Call of Duty. So here's some videos, just some gameplay of how myself playing and using the slide motion. I don't always get it right, very seldom. I'm sort of conscious of it, but it's something, like I said, I have picked up. But yeah, here's some videos, some bit of gameplay of myself doing this.
Under fire.
I must say, a lot of times when I look at these
Squad mates start doing the intel. Join them to
and I
increase
look
the
at
speed of the
the
capture.
game, you can just imagine.
Broke their
Look
armor.
at these TV.
Reloading mag.
Okay, guys, I've got 3 guys on me.
I broke their armor.
So take it into my loader and then you can play with it as yes.
I broke their armor. Enemy
I'm
tactical. Enemy soldier incoming. I broke their armor. I broke their armor. They're dropping into the area. Watch the skies. I broke their armor. Reloading mag. Uploading him. I broke their armor. I broke their armor.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. A very basic tutorial on movement. The slide particular that I'm focusing on here, for a beginner or somebody starting out, this is a very good place to start at. I can conclude though with some further tips, like things like do not ever stand still. Standing still, you become an easy target. Always try to move, reload while you're moving, while you're running forward or going running or left, right, reload, then plate up, put your shields up also while you're moving. Try not to stand still and plate up, or stand still and reload. This will give your enemies an opportunity to take a shot at you. So try and avoid these habits of standing still. Be continuously moving, continuously running all the time. Go to your control settings inside your inside the settings tab in the game itself. Learn which buttons are your crawl and run and jump. Like I say, assign them to buttons on your mouse, like what I've done, if you want to do that, or your controller settings, what controller setting does what. So that is your settings under your controller tab, or mouse and keyboard tab in my case, of which button does what. Set that up for yourself to make it comfortable for yourself, and know which button it is, and then just practice. Spend the time practicing. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this clip. I hope it helps. Guys, if you got any comments, mention down in below in the comment sections. Send me a message or so, by all means. I'd like to hear from everybody. Then guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers, bye bye.